was preaching a sermon series about how God uses ordinary people to do extraordinary things, and my topic for the week was caring for orphans and widows. As I was in my study preparing, I came to a point where I thought to myself, I don't know if there's orphans in my community. I don't know if there's children at risk in my community that need help. So I got up from my desk, I went out, got in my truck, drove down to the Department of Human Services, told them that I wanted to know if there was anything I could do to help them. I wanted to know what the situation was in my county. There's shelter that's designed to be a temporary shelter where I saw children, met children who were without a place to go and had been there for weeks on end. And it was really just a life-changing moment in my life, the realization that right under my very nose were all these children that had no one to love them, no one to care for them.
We run a children's shelter here in Harrison County. It's an emergency shelter. They should only stay 2 or 3 days until a foster home is found or relatives are found. What I'm finding is my children are staying 30 days and more. It's not fair to my kids that they're having to stay in a facility, which is a great facility, but it's not a home. The breakdown of this system has always been our lack of foster homes.
I just knew that I couldn't pretend that what I had just seen didn't exist. And so I asked the DHS workers, how many homes would it take to eradicate the need in Harrison County? What about 100 homes? If I found 100 families in Harrison County, would it solve the problem? And they said yes, it would solve the problem. And I told them that I was going to find 100 families.
We looked at it as a rescue, and so Rescue 100 is how we came up with the name. Once we had the name, Tony just began to talk to our church members.
I kept thinking to myself, how can the state with the largest number of churches per capita in the United States possibly have this problem?
I began working with Judge Alfonso down in Harrison County and the Pastor Carnes at Michael Memorial, and we had our first Rescue 100 back in April of 2016. And it was just so exciting to see what so many people have said, that just can't be done. For us to take what was taking 6 months to a year and condense it down into a weekend. And it's just not a weekend of training, which is difficult, but it also brings Christians together, and they see how God can use them to make a difference in the life of a child.
It was really a powerful thing to be a part of, because we kept sitting back, and there were times I remember in the meeting sitting back and thinking, I can't even believe we're a part of this. This is so awesome, and we have done nothing. We have simply said, I'm willing, I'm a vessel, God use us, and we want to be moved and burdened by the things that burden and move the heart of God.
What we're doing is we're bringing together the local churches, the local judges and administrators, and the Department of Human Services. And so through the collaboration of those three entities, that's where we're able to see such a drastic difference made in such a short amount of time.
I think this is the first time in my 32 years that I've seen the community, the power of the community that has come together to say we need to provide for our children, because no matter where these children come from or what their last names are, they're our children.
We are so excited about what God is doing in Rescue 100, and we're just trusting Him to provide every day. And I cannot wait to see as we roll through the state how He provides homes for our children, but more than that, how He uses this to share Christ with those in need. One church can make a difference.
One church can make a difference.
One church can make the difference.
One church.
One church.
One church.
Your church can make a difference.